Alright, so today we're going to be analyzing this EKG, and we'll see how good of a job they did. Alright, so P-Way's upright uniform lead 2. Let's see if she's got it. Alright, so P-Waves, we're having a little bit of trouble seeing them in lead 2. We definitely have some artifact here, and we can see it in these other leads right here. So P-Waves are definitely upright, and basically uniform, but we really can't see them in lead 2. So in that kind of situation, I'm sorry, no wonder why. I'm thrown off a little bit. So yeah, sometimes what will happen is your leads won't have rhythm leads, stuff like that. So this one does, and so the ones that had been seen earlier did not have the rhythm lead. So P waves are upright, and they are uniform in lead 2. So if I go over here at lead 2, all my P waves look the same. Yep. Next thing was the PR interval. Let's look at this. PR interval, she said 0.16 seconds. Here's the start of our P wave. 0, haven't gotten anywhere. 0.04, 0.08, 0.12, 0.16 seconds. Alright, let's see what she said. Alright. Yeah, so excellent job right here on both counts. All right, QRS 0.08 seconds, narrow monomorphic. All right, so what we have is 0, we haven't gotten anywhere. 0.04, 0.06 would be a more accurate. That being said, let's just double check this one right here. So right here, this looks like our 0, 4. I could definitely see rounding more to the 0.08. The thing is you can only do half of a little box. So you have to call it either 0.06 or 0.08. You can't say 0.07. That's not an option. So it looks like she did a great job on that. Narrow, it means it's less than 0.12 seconds. Monomorphic, when we looked over here in our lead 2, we can see that all of our QRSs look the same. So nice and boring. We're not seeing any major differences there. So excellent job on that. All right. Now here's the tricky part, is the rhythm. Is the rhythm regular or irregular? So let's look, see if she did a good job on this one. So right here, she's measuring it. And so we're allowed to be up to 3 little boxes off from heartbeat to heartbeat. So it looks like okay, yeah, so she wasn't quite sure what to do over here, so she skipped it. But we'll look right here, 18, 17, 18, 19, 18, 18. So far, pretty good. So what I like to do when I run into these situations, I'm not quite sure what to do. All right. Well, this is where your rhythm lead comes into play at, right? Because it's going to be the same song and dance all the way through. So if we were to follow this down, right, this is the exact same heartbeat. We're just looking at it through different angles. All right. So 0, we haven't gotten anywhere. 5, 10, 15. It looks like 15 over here, 16, 17, 18. 18 right here. All right. So we're just going to start here for the sake of simplicity. 0, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. All right. We're going back over here. 18. We're still at 18 little boxes. All right, make life easy. We'll just start here. 0, haven't got anywhere. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. All right, we didn't count a few over here. 18, 19. We're at 19 over here. All right, so once again, 0, 5, 10, 15. All right, 16, 17, 18. Now this is one of those that it's pretty much right in the middle. So you could call that 18, you could have called that 19, right? Depending on how you want to round that thing. I guess maybe it's a hair close over here, so I'll call that 19. So then I'm not going to count it when I go this way. All right, look at this. What a gift right on the crossbars. So 0, 5, 10, 15, and then we said 19 right here. Yep. And we're back into where she's done. So yeah, this is a regular rhythm, right here, which is exactly what she said. So excellent job right there. And now she's going to calculate the heart rate, and shows she took 1,500 and divided that by 18. So 8 times 18 is 144. Check. Okay, so I see what she's doing right here. She's just manually working the math right there. So she got 60. 60 minus 54, because 18 times 3 is 54. All right, so you got 6, you got to carry, you got to turn the 0 into a 10, so you got a 5, and so that's 6. So what she has is 83 and 1/3, which is going to round to 83, which is what she got over here. So check on that. And so, yeah, she says this is normal sinus rhythm. How does she know? P waves upright, uniformly 2. PR interval is constant. QRS is narrow monomorphic, right? All this is telling you that this is a sinus rhythm, right? Now, it's not telling you what type of sinus rhythm. So this down here is telling you that we're in normal sinus rhythm, right? Had all this been the same, but this irregular, that'd be sinus dysrhythmia. Had this been a regular rhythm and the heart rate less than 60, bradycardia. Regular rhythm, heart rate greater than 60, sinus tachycardia, right? But yeah, this person's a normal sinus rhythm, so very good job on all of that.